Okay, take 655. Today we're gonna talk about my Action Army AAP. Did some upgrades to it. I replaced the standard hammer set for the Cow steel hammer sets for the obvious reason that the stock hammer set can break on you sooner or later. And I thought, you know what, I want to keep shooting with this pistol without any issues because it will ruin my day when I'm playing out and about and the hammer set breaks on me or the hammer piece breaks off. So I thought I go ahead, I have that replaced. Then I watched some videos how to do that online. Noticed that in order to get out the whole hammer set assembly, we basically have to do a more or less complete tear down of the lower portion of the pistol. So when I was looking at that, I thought, you know what, I want to do everything in one sweep. So I also ordered the TTI speed trigger. Not that I really dislike the standard trigger or anything, but I was like, it's not an expensive upgrade. It's like 25 euros and why not? So I got it. I got it in all black. So the pistol more is like a sleeper setup, just like basically keep it basic, keep it stock, and you know, keep it inexpensive. And so far it's amazing. So here's the deal. The TTI speed trigger is really nice. As you can see, I set it up quite backwards, so there's not much slack between pulling the trigger and having it break and releasing the hammer. So here we go. So I still have some slack. I can go quite extreme with the whole setup, but this is how as far as I go, and it's enough for me. I noticed that when I tune it to the max and have the trigger being like a hair trigger more or less, it just immediately breaks as soon as you start pushing on it. That sometimes caused the auto sear to engage and this gun to shoot full auto or burst mode, which I don't want to have it to happen because I play indoor CQB and it's just single shot only. So I set it with a slightly bit of slack to it. The trigger is almost vertical in this position. I can adjust the grub screw in the bottom as well to have that pull after the hammer breaks or the trigger breaks, that it doesn't go any further backwards. I will play around with that, but as it is, very nice. I did not expect that when I installed the trigger initially. I thought, wow, it's a quite blocky, slightly uncomfortable trigger to hold. It didn't make a whole lot of sense, but it was not expensive, just 25 euros for the upgrade trigger, and I was like, why not? I still don't know why they made the trigger so wide and so flat. Why not chamfer the edges and have a little bit of a curve in it so your finger rests nicely on the trigger? I don't know why they didn't do that. So ergonomically wise, it's not the best trigger out there. It's not the most comfortable trigger in my personal opinion, but performance wise it's really nice. It definitely makes the follow-up shots faster, easier, and snappier. You definitely noticed a difference between the spongy long take up Glock trigger that comes with the pistol versus this. This is definitely give you a different feel to the pistol. It makes it definitely a snappier beast. It's not mind-blowingly different, but it's definitely noticeable. So in my opinion, for 25 euros, that's not a lot of money. Definitely worth to upgrade. And that's it for me, actually. I do not have any intentions to upgrade any further parts. Whenever the nozzle will break or some internal springs or whatever, I will not take a look at replacing those, of course. I'm still debating if I will get a stock nozzle or a reinforced nozzle. Have to look at that. Definitely not feeling I need to short stroke it. I don't have any intention to shoot this pistol in full auto. The hop-up mechanism and the hop-up bucking and the inner barrel are just perfectly fine for what they are for me. So I'm not gonna spend any money on that part. Exterior wise, I have nothing I want to upgrade. The only thing that worries me is the plastic threads that are holding my Acertex Brighter C tracer unit in place. If those will cross thread or just wear out over time. If they do, I will replace the upper with a CNC milled upper to mitigate that issue with the plastic threads in the front end. But that will be the only reason why I'm gonna upgrade that then, because as it is, pistol's perfectly fine. I like the polymer pieces, nice and light. I don't have any need for an extended magazine release because I'm running HPA. I don't need a mag well because I'm running HPA. I don't need a thumb rest. I really feel I have no need for that at all. I want to keep the pistol small, light, and a small profile. So this is perfect as it is. I don't need some sort of optic on it. I have no need for that. I am used to play paintball, so there you just follow the lines of paintballs, and you do the same with my basically with my tracer unit. I just look where I'm shooting. I still one shooting people a lot and just don't really rely on the standard optics at all. I just feel around where the BB will fire within 10-15 meter. It's accurate enough that I don't really need to do the aiming through the sights at all. It comes naturally. I just aim, point, and click. So it's really comfortable. So yeah, as I said, I'm gonna keep it as stock as I can, replace parts only when they're broken, and if they're broken, I will have to consider, do I want to have upgrade parts or just replacement parts? I have to make a trade-off there and see if it's going to be worth to buy a more expensive reinforced nozzle or this or that. Because as soon as you start to upgrade more parts, they have to work together, and they not always work in cohesion, and can cause issues and make the pistol not as reliable as it was out of the box, and what's the whole reason why I like it so much. So plus I don't really want to spend money on upgrading stuff. I rather just spend money on playing airsoft. So yeah, so that being said, yeah, definitely recommend the TTI speed trigger. Cow hammer set, nothing really to say about. It's just more or less a needed upgrade, unfortunately. I wish this Action Army just makes a version 2 of this pistol with the hammer set upgraded, so you don't have to do that as well, because there's little to nothing that you really have to change on the stock AAP. It's a wonderful shooting pistol. It's amazing. So much amazing that I actually don't have any need or feel for more airsoft pistols or airsoft rifles or EIGs or HPA systems. Just this pistol alone just completely fits my needs and my requirements and desire to play, and it's just perfect. It's super cheap, and it works. So yeah, maybe a bit boring, but that's how it is. So I'm gonna end the video while I'm using my trusty Apple Watch to see the camera, because I can't see shit now. And let's see, where's the camera app? Boom, here we go. So if you have any questions about the trigger by TTI or the Cow hammer set or anything about the pistol itself, just let me know in the comments, and see you next time. Bye.